people, welcome back with Adrienne. Here we are in a very brightly lit living area. Well, it's the office. Going forward into the living area. What have you? I've got a nice collection here of different TEMU products. So I thought, let's go ahead, put on the new Paisley two-piece lounge set. You all gave me incredible compliments on how pretty the colors of this Paisley, the pattern of the Paisley itself. That's why when you say Paisley, you could find a million variations of what they do with this shape, which connotates Paisley. However they fill it in is now up to the designer's discretion. These colors really are very nice. I'm telling you, excuse me, I had to blow my brains out by sneezing. But don't you love that little scalp little tingle thing you get when you have to sneeze into blowing your brains out? Oh my goodness, I'm telling you. All right, where am I here? But here we go with this. Move that over. I just love, they fit perfectly. This is what size I should order all the time. And it, of course, now has the tag in the back instead of the size. And these are large. They fit perfectly. The elastic of the waist, perfect. And it's not so often that I get really perfect pajama bottomy type of pants from TEMU. I mess up and order them too large. The difference between large and an extra large was like, you shouldn't have, Adrienne. What you were hoping you would get turned out that the large could be perfectly all right. And again, it's because I can't have anything tight, any kind of pressure. What may not be tight to somebody else could just feel like a pressure to me. And with IBS, that's a no-go, maybe for an hour or something, but not in general. The other really neat thing about this two-piece lounge set is the length of the shirt. Often in these, the shirt appears to be more cropped. And a cropped with that pant match is more loungy and not as, hey, everybody would say on her channel, not for street walking. Some may be decent for the house, hanging out, people coming over, whatever's. But you don't want to wear it out on the sidewalk, moving out into the public. Yes, you can go check your mailbox, that sort of situation. But when there, there's just certain, it's like, no, it's enough of a lounge that it wasn't made for you to run out in public and show everybody your lounge outfit, Sometimes it's so difficult now to stop myself from thinking, I'm going to curl my hair and go on an errand. God. All right, let's just let that lay. Or does it lie? Well, one of the things I wanted to show you now, let's check out some TEMU here, people. Let's do that. We're gonna have to be up and all that way into the front room. Okay, I think we're doing well right at the moment. And this is my yellow lamp. I still hadn't changed it out. Oh, look, I mean, it can make all kinds of like, whoa. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Sunset Boulevard. Sunset Boulevard. Yes, unless you're into musical theater. most of my references will not be understood. All right, well, a little minute ago, we kind of did like what was going on. Let's just let it do that. Are we okay? I'm okay. We'll let it do that. I picked this up thinking it could be good for my grandson's bedroom. I don't know how many outlets there are in there, but we always have a few more items to plug in than we do have outlets. So this one has an on and off switch, power strip with USB ports. I think I know what's different about these. Oh dear. They don't have the power surge. These things are not power surge like I'm used to. We'll just move right along. Find out from my son, is that dangerous then for stuff? But we've always had power surge cord things. So how would we ever know if we'd had a surge? So confusing. But you have that flat, very hard to get out once it's plugged in for me. I don't know about you. Partially, well, it's just about over because I have the nails. Forget it, if I have the nails on, it's got to stay in the wall. On and off switch, 4 USB ports, and 3 full-on plug-ins for the 3 positions, or you could just use one that only needs to use those 2. Now, I thought this was compact and neat looking, and I wasn't thinking about power surges. Yep. It does like to say for itself that it's high quality. How very nice of it to toot its horn. All right, 110 volt, normal. All that's normal. Well, I paid $5.92, I do believe. And then I got it and looked at it, and this one's been discontinued. But there's others very similar continually. You can become just so bored with constant scrolling through, trying to get my lights back to where they were better. I think that's better. Thank you. But anyhow, there's always something of this nature. All in all, I hope he'd be able to use it. I could use it over on the wall, separating the entry so that you have one wall facing in the entry and the other wall facing in the lounge. Oh, there we go. We all know that giving things like this for Christmas gifts, like do a box, you don't have to make a basket for a college student and things like that. You can even make a box full of useful, cool things like extra power cords that are all the higher end, in the sense that they cover all of the 3-prong needs, and they're just electronically the better ones. Like, I wouldn't be buying electronics for a college gift from the Dollar Tree. How electronics are made does factor into how well they charge your appliances and your electronics and things like that. So, what a tangent we went off on. Sorry about that. But the deal guy, I watch him for Dollar Tree. He also does like Sam's Club and Costco. I don't watch those. I don't belong. So many times in life I didn't belong. And then well into adult, I have these big massive stores that I don't even belong. I think it's a different situation than socially not belonging. It just costs money. And it's outside of my convenient driving zone, all in all in all. Okay, what else we've got in here? What else? Oh yes, the phone charging cable clips. I told you I went off on a tangent of buying protective for cable cords. And I'm like, oh, good one, Adrian. You probably didn't bring one over here, Wilbur. If you get that, you're older. I was just telling my daughter-in-law this afternoon that there's just this whole decade and such, 15 years, that I'm out of step with all of the references. Like, I didn't know who Blossom was. I don't know any of that year by the dates, those kind of TV shows, the Blossoms, and just, there were all those girl kind of shows and such. Well, that just wasn't my age group for anything. And yeah, wasn't my scene, my group or such. So I laugh because all of the references for so many of the pins and badges, t-shirts, just everything. I really have no idea what they reference. But I enjoy all of you enjoying. And just like the good 5 years I spent buying t-shirts at thrift, I had no idea what they represented. And yes, a number of them were more bands of that day type of situation. I didn't recognize any of it. I liked the font that was used on the shirt for spelling and such. I liked the design. And where I don't do that in buying t-shirts and such is if they have like from India type goddesses and such. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they represent. I don't know what that language then represents on a shirt. So I've never been known to buy things like that, because that does say something and I want to know what it says, because it could be supporting something that I don't. All right, I kind of see how this one works. It's actually, it's like a hole all the way through. There's a slit all the way across to make it expandable, because your cord is going around your cord. And I will have to, oh, it's just so annoying, darling, when I don't have the props near me. That's just sad, sad, sad. I promise I will put it on something and show you. Lighter. You understand that it is to go around a cord, you know, with the piece here that goes into charging your electronic, the bottom of your phone, whatever. Your your C plug or A plug, whatever type of situation you have to plug in your electronic is coming, this is coming up around that to protect it and to slide down the cord a bit so that your cord is not bending at that all-important middle juncture from the cord entering into the apparatus. I know that you followed that because I said it so clearly and succinctly. You see that open line down the middle? The bottom larger portion is going up onto the big part of the plugging into your apparatus, and this part here is the cord slides in for protection. I got that. I know there's something else in here that also is cord protecting. Oh, for the love of Mike. Who's Mike? I don't know, but we get to say for the love of Mike. He must be quite a lover. Yes, I saw this stuff when I was organizing this, and, you know, like I tell you, from that moment to the camera being on and such, I don't remember. Blank city, blank, blank, blank. Here's a cord. This cord is a fast charge. It's 120 watt. So that's what you start paying attention to, is what do they claim is the wattage of the cord. That's the wiring inside. And if they're going to call it fast and such, it better have the power to be able to do that. Same with the block that you're putting the end of your device, this cord into. If that block is 10.5 or something, that's not power. You need 20 by 20 watt in the block situation when you see it. So, and I have all Apple products. It's just been a family thing. Wasn't going to change horses in 20 years. Just kept up with it. Now this particular cord, does it tell me how long it is? Because what would you say? 4 feet or more, right? Okay. This is 6A data cable, 2 meters. Okay. I'd say it's a good 4 foot or more. And you have your typical USB and C. Because once I went up to the iPhone 15, that is a C connection. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thus, let's go ahead, step back a moment in time, and see if I can put this on. I've bought turtles and things before, and I found them very difficult with nails, nothing. But secondly, if it needed some finger strength to hold A and B apart, I didn't necessarily have the strength to do it for some arthritis and such. All right, well, see, I got that on that part. Hey, this is pretty good. I got it well up into the section of the cord of this plastic piece here. Okay, lots of protection. All right, I'm immediately liking this one a lot compared to all the cuties and such that didn't have the strength. Look, this is not bending. Yay! They invented the perfect one, and we found it. That's the royal we. I found it. Now, if you want to get it, that's another thing altogether. do that. All right. Cable clips. Yes, they're transparent. I don't know, maybe there's 4. There might have been 4 in the bag. All right. 2 successes. We were able to show a cord. That's a success in and of itself. Success, Adrian. That is a success in and of itself. All right. The hand really wants to find the other cable things. Yay! Here's the other cable things. These were $1.64, and I think you might get them for like $1.41. Let's go ahead and cut the bag open. Thank you for having the scissors now. Look, what in the world protection is this? Kind of looks like a pig leg. Does look like a pig leg. Reminds me of those weird metal screws that have these solid. If you can't picture it, never mind. All right, this is to protect the edge. That's what I'm seeing. I'm going to go ahead and take this protector off. And this protector, very, very thin. And that's like my power cord for my MacBook, my laptop. I get the cord in the thicker. And that can be difficult for some of these then to deal with that much of the thickness. They are sort of universally done for the Thin Mints. All right. This one says we need to keep, this one says we need to keep this bottom area open. And okay. This needs to go sideways and try to push up to there. And that's what I thought it was supposed to do. You need to get it all the way up because we need this to come all the way down here and have the top of the plug-in thing needs to come all the way to the top. Wow, that made an indent. Do you see that indent on my thumb? Lord of mercy. It's like, plan on this. Make sure your nails are off. Okay. So buttons, right, Lonnie? That's Lonnie on my favorite channel, Menopause and Madness. And she also has her It's a Mystery channel with mystery boxes and things from eBay. That's April Madness and her man, Lonnie. We love them both. All right, no. Continuing on, shoving and shoving. This came around the cord here, completely encompassed the area. Well, this is the area that usually we don't like it getting the bendies, and that's going to help it not have that forceful bendy right at the best spot. But the top is when it's not plugged into your appliance, you're protecting the end with this silicone cover. Isn't that clever? I think, you know, especially for business travelers, etc., travelers, this could be very, very handy to protect. You know, you can get more expensive cords than what you're buying on TEMU, and some of them are worth it for whatever. you know what I'm saying. But, all right. We had the cord to demonstrate on. Very happy about that. Got 2 of these different and helpful. I imagine many of you had not seen these, so I'm so glad to be able to present that to you. Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. What's this? There's 2 of these. Like, is that supposed to go somewhere on these, Wilbur? Oh, I just don't know. Well, I don't know what these little ones are for. Yeah. I'm going to put it back in the bag. I'd never noticed them when the bag was closed, looking at these odd, fun, funky shapes. Let's keep that together. We don't want to lose any of it. As a matter of fact, we can be extra tidy. Yes, we can. I'll put them in there and hopefully be able still then to fit the cable. That way everything is together in one place. Yay! So, you know, if we weren't power surging worry, that cable had its very own of these spots. There has to be more, don't you think? I think there has to be more. Sticking my hand in. Okay, I put this together for show and tell purposes. I started to see these neoprene flatware. Flatware is your knife, fork, spoon, and in some cases, chopstick. This height is for a nominal height of your particular flatware. I chose perhaps what I would want to carry was a fork, a soup spoon, and a teeny tiny teaspoon. Like for eating yogurt and little things like that. This is just a handy size. Ooh, if somebody handed you half a kiwi, wouldn't you be grateful that you had a spoon? I would. These little containers were 78 cents, depending upon the color. I do believe they came in about 4 different colors. And I just loved how civilized it is to be able to have a full size. If I didn't want this to be as full as it is that way, I would leave my little kiwi eater. It's not just a kiwi eater, it's not. Leave that one because this spoon will do a lot of duty, and a fork. Possibly you could be starting to get things like the wheat grass. So this is a spoon from a wheatgrass design that I'd recently bought 4 of. And that could go in there with those, etc. But how nice that in your purse you could have something like this. So many people, you're just so on the go. And if you're getting a grab and go something, wouldn't it be nice that you also had in your backpack ready to go? I say backpack so it sounds inclusive of male and female. Ready to go, that you could decently eat on the go. Maybe that way being able to snag a piece of grass at the library green grass parky area. You know what I'm talking about. even just for in the office. How civilized. There's nothing civilized about a spork. In a pinch, God bless the spork. Yes, yes. But not plastic, not throwaway. Yes, wash. And a nice little neoprene sleeve with a very nicely put in black zipper. So you've got white design of flatware. There's your fork, you can see. Just really kind of cool. So if you see these on your feed at a reasonable price, like I said, 78 cents. Again, this could be just such a nice collection of items to give somebody to take with them to use at work. Maybe they go out in their van on the weekend and this be a great, throw that in for, you all know, you're the people that leave the house. I'm the one that stays in. Oh, I'm just going to, I loved wanting to be able to show you this. And I showed you the few other things and what's in here. We'll just go ahead. I'll show you one more item for a quick. A lot of people were ordering these. I got in on the score when they were a beautiful kitchen scissor with protective guard, 73 cents. They've gone up to $1.19, but they were high and low in price point off and on. I do believe that will be the case again. Remember, when scrolling, I very, very often, while I'm scrolling, I see something, I look at it. I may have thought it was a good price, or I may have just thought I want to see the object better. And then I continue scrolling. I think a lot of times a thing that you hit on comes up in the feed. I give them so much credit for marketing their site. But the same item will come up from another vendor cheaper. A lot of my good deals are based on seeing it in one position and then waiting, figuring it's going to come up. And again, maybe it's going to come up again. And I do that. But $1.19 is not a bad price to pay for these either. That's less than the Dollar Tree and comes with this nice plastic sleeve that does have, did you hear that? Yeah, it goes and it clicks in and it stays. All right, very comfortable. They're very comfortable for my size of hand. I'm liking that. They're not too big. TEMU let me learn what it's like to get a scissor that's too big for your hand. The construction of this area, was wide and weird. Okay, you've got a ridge's edge. Ruffles make ridges. Okay, ridge's edge to just the slicey edge. You've got, pull it together, those ridges there. Now you have the two ridges. You could do that to try and open a jar or something maybe. I really don't think it's for walnuts, but more power to you. I don't have walnuts to test, and nowadays I really shouldn't put my hand through those kind of situations. But just look how cute the design is. This black button circled in white and black and white. They're just a really nice scissor. They too would make a nice hostess gift. We're going into holiday where we're going over to friends, new friends, family, all of that. and even, little gift giving at work and such like that. That a nice pair of kitchen shears like this, you might put it together with a nice dish towel. And I was just going to say some the dish towels at Dollar Tree. I only like the cotton, they used to be called bar towels, rice sack. I don't like anything not cotton dish towel wise at Dollar Tree. But they're having less and less cotton ones. Be on the lookout, be on the hunt, because that's what I would do, is have something like this, and you might be able to have gotten, they had pot holders in black and white with something written on it, etc. But you could be doing a whole black and white theme. Oh, it just would be too much fun. And people enjoy getting new kitchen, everyday useful items. It's fun to get something new and fresh. And if what you have in your drawer already is a little bit older and not pricey type of thing, like, you don't necessarily want to give away your $7 pair of scissors for the cute black ones for 73 cents. A big difference in those sevens. Just good fun. I did want you to be able to see that. And I showed you. Yes, this is about what time I wanted to bring it in on. As ever, I don't know what I said to start this. We're only in the middle of me ending it right now, so I still have time to forget what I haven't said yet. Figure that statement out. I have these statements that I always say. If you got what I just said, we're long lost friends or family being brought back together again. I want to thank, and I'll put it in the pin, what you call it, pinning it, your comments of pinning it. I want to thank, hey everybody, who I think is the #1 unique person on YouTube in our whole world. There's got to be so many other haulers out there, but I don't get to feed on them. And maybe I'm not hitting enough of a certain hauler personality type algorithm to be getting other ones showing. I, of course, have a huge stable of haulers that I already don't have enough time to watch each and every video that each and every one of them makes. Part of having a good YouTube station is content. And for every content, there's a viewer. You bet. I really enjoyed spending this time with you today. Not sure what day this is going to be going up. Probably towards next weekend, because today is a Sunday. Thank you, people. Thank you for help in keeping my mental health healthy. I'll always attribute a big bunch of it to my bestie, that's Kimmy, at Positively Kimmy, because I hooked on to positivity because of her. People all say we all have a life struggle and life stories, but her medical story fascinates me, and it makes me just want to cherish her, which I do. And she has given me back a beautiful friendship, as well as her family. I'm family. So Kimmy at Positively Kimmy, and Sandy. Sandy has helped me through everything. And Sandy would love to help teach me. I'm always complaining about editing. I'm going to shut up. And she's offered me continually, remember, I will help you learn to edit. I will help you learn to edit. And I mentioned my ADD and the idea of trying to learn something on as small as a phone. Maybe we could have done it on my computer. Sandy at My Nutty Nook is funny. Gosh, she's a funny gal. I get to be her aunt. So I get to be a sissy, a sister, because Positively Kimmy already has Sissy, her sister. But we got so close that her group for her channel are called Besties. My group for my channel are just called People. I'm so unoriginal. Just all filled together so quickly. But even like Menopause and Madness, April Rain, she gets to call her people the tribe, and they really are. That fits so lovely. Oh, that's just so cool. Now, hey, everybody, we are all just, hey, everybody. But I did, hey, everybody gave me a shout out on her channel recently and pinned me. And every time she does something like that, which is like the third time in over a year that she's done that for me, it means subscribers will grow because she's so clever and so popular with her 16,000 and growing number of subscribers. She just is the best. No, there is just nobody with her clever mind, sense of humor, her ability to buy what none of us are out there buying. Especially me. Lightning deal. I need lightning deal cut in half. When I'm letting y'all know, $3 for me, that's high end. That's my high end. $3 for something? Okay. I seem to be babbling as the proverbial brook. So I'm going to say good evening. Really appreciate you. And I certainly hope that I get to see you again. Bye-bye.